All right, this is homework practice 6-2, where we're modeling subtracting two-digit numbers and one-digit numbers. I was telling the students when I was younger, this was called borrowing because we borrow something from the tens place to add it over to the ones place. So the terminology has changed a little bit. We just call it regrouping now. So here we have 52, and we want to subtract 8. We have 52, and we want to subtract 8. We can't really subtract. We don't have 8 ones here to subtract from. So we need to regroup, or old school borrow, take a group of tens and put it over here. So we're taking the group of tens, breaking it apart. I like to, when I break up the group of tens for the students, like to make it in 2 columns of 5, just so that it's a little bit easier to manage rather than a bunch of randomly placed dots. And then you go through and subtract the 8 from there. And so this shows visually how we do it. This shows how we do it where we stack them. So 52 minus 8 is what we want to do first. And then 52 minus 8, 2 minus 8 is not going to work. We cannot subtract 8 from 2 because we only have 2. So we are going to need to regroup our tens and ones so that we can have enough ones over here to subtract. So we are going to take one group of tens and break it apart, and it becomes 12. And then we're able to subtract straight down. So let's go over and do this first. So we can take a look at this. We've got 26 minus 7. 6 minus 7 is not going to work. So we are going to need to regroup, which means we're going to need to take one group of tens from over here. So 2 minus 1 is 1, and we are going to need to add that one group of tens over here. If we have 6 and we add 10 to it, we now get 16. So 16 minus 7 is 9, and one group of 10 minus nothing. We just bring it straight down, and we get our answer as 19. Now we can regroup that as well. If we want to draw for the students, we have 26, 10, 20, excuse me, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, minus 7. So we can show them that we can only, we've got 6 here. So we need to take one group over here, and we're going to add 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And go through and subtract 7 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we can count and see here that there are 9 left here, and there's one group of 10 here, which gives us our same answer. Okay, going on to question number 2. We've got 3 minus 9. We've got 3. We cannot take away 9 from 3. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to come over here and regroup. We need an extra group of 10 over here. So we're going to need to take a group of 10 here. So we're subtracting 4 minus 1 becomes 3. And we add that group of 10 over here. 10 plus 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 9 is 4. And the 3 we can just drop straight down because we don't have another number that we are subtracting. It becomes 34. Visually, if we want to show that, we have 43, 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3. We want to subtract 9. We could go 1, 2, 3, but there's nothing else over here. We don't have any more ones we can subtract from. So we're going to take away one of those groups of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then they can go through and subtract 9 from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we have 4 little dots left over. 10, 20, 30. We have our number there. So just again, regrouping. A lot of them can do it in their heads already, but this just visually shows us why we need to regroup from the tens. Okay, there are 40 students in the gym. 9 students are jumping rope. How many students are not jumping rope? So we are being asked 40 minus 9. So if we take a look over here in our ones column, 0 minus 9. We can't take away from 0 because we have 0. So we need to regroup it. what we can do is we can take a group over here of tens and add it over here. One group of tens over here, because we took one group of 10 away, 4 minus 1 is 3. So 10 minus 9 now is 1, and 3 minus, we don't have anything here, so we get to drop it straight down, is 31. So we have 31 students. Again, the students can draw it out if they need to, but we've been doing this enough in class that they shouldn't need to visually draw it out every time, but if it helps, by all means. Okay, Kate writes on 7 pages on her notebook. There are 34 pages on her notebook. How many pages are blank? So we have 34 pages total, and she writes on 7 of them. So we need to find out what the others are. So we take a look at our ones there. 4 minus 7. 4 minus 7 will not work. We don't have enough ones to subtract. So we are going to need to regroup. We're going to take away a group of 10s here and add it over here. So 10 plus 4 is 14, and 3 minus one group of 10 is now 2 groups of 10. So 14 minus 7 is 7, and 2 minus nothing is 2. Just bring it straight down. And so we know that 27 pages in her notebook are blank. Higher order thinking. Write a subtraction story about 45 minus 8. So let's go and do our problem first. 45 minus 8. Let's see if we need to regroup. 5 minus 8. Can't do that. So we're going to need to regroup. We need to take a group of 10s and add it over here. 4 minus one group of 10s is 3 groups of 10. And then we are basically taking 10 plus 5 becomes 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. And 3, we're just going to bring straight down because we're not subtracting anything there. It becomes 37. And then they can go through and put together a whole problem. There are 45 dogs. 8 of them run away. How many dogs are left? There's a tree outside with 45 crows. 8 fly away. How many are left? Joe orders 45 slices of pizza for his party. 8 friends, 8 friends each eat one slice. How many pieces are left? They can come up with whatever they'd like to on that one. So you can pause the video. They can put together their number story and make sure that it matches. So here we are in our last question, the assessment. It says you drop place value blocks to model each subtraction. Choose all of the problems that need regrouping to show the difference. So we can go through and show regrouping, or what I've taught the students to take a look at is the numbers in the ones place. So let's go ahead and underline all the numbers in the ones place. Okay. If the number on the top is smaller than the number on the bottom, we need to regroup. So 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4 is not going to work. So yes, we will need to regroup on this one. 58 minus 7. 8 minus 7. Can we take 8 and subtract 7? Yes, we get 1. Well, we get 51, but 8 minus 7 because we're just doing the one. So we do not need to regroup this one. 75 minus 7. So again, we're just focusing on the ones place to see if we need to regroup. It's not asking us to solve them. We just have to regroup. 5 minus 7. If we have 5, we cannot subtract 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can't do it. So yes, we'll need to regroup that one because the number above it is smaller than the number below. 35 minus 5. 5 minus 5 is 0, so we do not need to regroup that one.